And are you ready for some more Kingdoms of Boridil, the adventures in Boridil? Today's session, I literally have zero idea what the hell the party's going to do. I've been thinking about it all week. They've got plenty of things that I think they want to accomplish. They got plenty of NPCs that they can follow. So I've got a couple things like ready to go. But then there's some other things that I've kind of neglected to prepare. So we'll see, I guess, what the hell happens. I'm kind of hoping that they just do sort of a downtime activities day, and we can go through some of the stuff in Xanathar's guide and have them roll on tables and see what the hell happens. But guess we'll find out, huh?
You said, oh, I got time.
I don't know, man. Mask Your Wounds is good too.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, Mask Your Wounds, great.
I actually might end up doing that because I feel like I don't have good enough spells. Kind of wish I would have went over my carrying. That's all good.
I think druids can change them out. I think.
Yeah.
So
So all druid spells.
Whether or not you have them prepped.
Correct. All druid spells are available to you. You just have to prep based on your wisdom modifier and your level. That's how many spells total you can prep
for the day. Just do it.
You said, but it's a set amount that. So once I choose the set that I have, then
you have to do a long rest to change it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so essentially right now you guys are starting the session after a long rest, so if you need to do any preparation to your spell list, you can do that now.
No, I have to. Yeah, I have to literally sit and look at all that. I'm good for right now.
So, last time we left our heroes, you guys had just gotten back to the inn where you were going to try to get some much needed rest after a somewhat very eventful and unfortunate few days. You went to get a dragon egg, and you were very successful in getting the dragon egg. It actually didn't really cost you too much except for doing a favor for the dragons and a little bit of your gold. But unfortunately, during that whole little adventure, you lost 2 of your comrades. As you got back, you were going to sell the dragon egg to Corgus, the gentleman that gave you the quest, and Quinn wasn't very happy with being set to do this job and losing his comrades and wanted more money, which Corgus told him that, hey, you were going to fight a dragon? That is not easy work. You should have expected something like this. Like, I gave you all the info that I had, and you should have been more prepared. So he didn't buy the egg from you. He told you that he was gonna not give you the contracts that he had already given to you thus far were null and void for the time being, and he'll think about requesting your aid in the future once you've cooled down a little bit. Then you guys were doing some stuff with Innis Craft. You were giving her some cool little trinkets. She gave you some cool little trinkets. And as you left her location, you ended up getting a job from Joker to find some key information about this new character in town, Lid, a turtle that has just come onto the scene in the criminal underground. And it seems that a lot of people are raising eyebrows to him being in the City of Guilds and trying to become an active participant in what's going on. Some guys overheard your little conversation with Joker, so they told you that they knew where Lid was, and you guys followed him, and it realized that it was actually a setup and an ambush to try to take the green dragon egg from you guys, which they were very unsuccessful as you guys started whooping their ass. Joker had sent some sort of reinforcements to help you guys just in case, but you obviously didn't need it. But unfortunately, these guys weren't here to let these folks live. and they killed all the folks that you guys had worked pretty hard to sort of knock out unconscious, and the leader of the bunch ended up getting away. You had then ended up meeting some dude named Aaron and his faithful companion Winter, a polar bear, and they had given you, or they had requested your help in taking a large fleet to the Kirkuri Empire to the north. Winter, with a lot of, I guess, divine intervention from his god, has found a way to penetrate through the never-ending storm that's been consuming that continent. And they're trying to go and essentially free it from the demon lords that are waging war against the people of the Kirkuri Empire, if they're even there. They want you guys to be a small task force that essentially, once they get through the barrier, they want you guys to separate and go find the pillar of the Lightbringer and light it, so that the upper planes can get to the material plane to help with this demon onslaught that's been going on for months. They had left you in high spirits, and you guys ended up going and doing some shopping, a bunch of other shenanigans. When you finally got to the inn where this Titanian woman was waiting for you, and you guys had started talking to her, and essentially she was telling you guys that there's a bounty on Quinn and Snoopy's head from her sister, and she was kind of sent to come and collect it, although she didn't really care for money. She's more into doing stuff that actually benefits Titania. And this is more of just a side gig, something that could possibly lead her to the location of her younger brother, Oswald. She thought that maybe Quinn would have information, since Oswald has been traveling with Kai, who is Quinn's younger brother. But Quinn doesn't know where his younger brother is, but now he has a lead. He's somewhere in the Sladoran Empire. Snoopy took a shit in front of this woman, and she wasn't very keen on that, so she started to fight you guys, and proceeded to pretty much whoop y'all's ass. But luckily, Quinn was able to sort of diffuse the situation mid-combat, and you guys were able to sort of talk it out. She said she would take the remains of Saberwolf that you had, and that sort of ashy plant that you had created, Quinn, and she would take the information of where Vikavor's body is, and she would use that for now to sort of delay the inevitable, but she will be back. And if you have more information about her younger brother, she'll be more inclined to help you as opposed to oppose you. After that, Joker had said that he could give you guys sort of a place to lay low, a place where you wouldn't have to worry about paying anybody, some place that he's been keeping on his under his tab. And you all sort of dispersed, went and did your own little things for a little bit, but eventually you all came back to the Peacekeepers Guild Hall, or at least the former Peacekeepers Guild Hall. Now it's being repurposed by you guys. You all had gotten a lot of information from Angelica and Tamsin about the new character Lid in town. Apparently, Lid wants you guys to come and take a little test that he's designed for you to see if you're worthy of his partnership. Whether you guys even go through with that or not, seems like a bunch of you are skeptical about it. There's a lot of powerful beings in play that you seem to continuously have to owe them another job or another task, or something, and you guys are getting kind of tired of it. So after that information, everybody went and did their own little thing to sort of like decompress before going in, turning in for a long night's sleep, which you all wake up. So after a long rest, go ahead and get all your spell slots. announce how many hit die you want to roll. Roll them and then gain half of your hit die back. And then you guys also feel more invigorated after this long rest, which brings you to level 9. And we'll start our session with all of you sort of waking up at, we'll say, a reasonable hour after all the fuckery that's been going on, 8 o'clock.
In the morning or at night?
Correct. Yes.
Morning.
In the morning.
Okay.
Brand new day.
All right.
Do you round up or down with your hit die?
It's always round down.
Cool.
Okay. I get up out of the bed and head towards the kitchen.
As you're walking towards the kitchen, you can hear everybody in the other rooms starting to wake up and get dressed, get ready for the day.
I'll go back. Oh yeah, and then I knock on Tam's door. Hey Tam, I'm gonna be in the kitchen if you need me.
Okay.
I knock on the door where Quinn and Snoopy are. Wakey, wakey. Who wants some food? I'm gonna see what's in there.
Brady, I'm in Jeff's old room, right?
I believe so.
Can I rummage
There's a
around
lot
and
of
see
shells
if
and
there's
shit.
any, like, materials or anything he left behind?
Unfortunately, the only thing he left in there are decorations from that time that he went underwater to Dagon's summoning site. There are a bunch of deep sea starfish and like sand dollars and those spirally hermit crab shells, all sort of decorative on a floating shelf. Otherwise, this place was very unkept. It looked like it only been used a few times, and other than that, there's nothing of value.
Okay, cool.
Y'all are in, I believe that is Mirrodin's room, because that's where Snoopy passed out and opened that treasure chest that had nothing in it, which is hilarious.
What's in this kitchen?
Pretty much all types of cured meats, fresh vegetables. So, from what you can tell going in there, is whoever is staying here keeps the kitchen stocked with fresh fruits, veggies, meats, cooking utensils, all that stuff, herbs.
I want to find some materials to make some ingredients to make a basic big breakfast for everybody.
Okay.
Can I help?
Plenty of eggs that look
I
a
probably
couple
won't help
days
much,
old.
but...
Yeah, both of you can give me we'll do a nature check. Either both of you can roll it, or one person can roll it with advantage. Looks like you're both rolling, so Angelica.
No, I was gonna let her roll with advantage because I'm like a negative. So
You gotta state those things before rolls get made. Otherwise, you can look at what her advantage is and be like, "Oh shit, that's better." So go ahead and roll, please. So Angelica's trying her best, but every time she cracks an egg, it pretty much just completely shatters, and she has to start picking out all the eggshells. Tamsin comes over and is able to Able to
I
make.
just saw that roll.
Yeah. Tamsin comes over and starts to teach you the proper way to crack eggs, and there's sort of it's kind of a delicate, you know, crack it onto a flat surface, use both hands to open it up onto the stove or onto the pan that's on the stove, and she starts to go and chop some nice herbs to add to the eggs and stuff. There's a couple of I don't know, tortillas to make some breakfast burritos and shit. You start to bake some of the potatoes and chop them up so that you can have a little bit of hash brown as well. And the whole endeavor only takes, I would say, maybe 20 minutes, 15 minutes, with Tamsin being able to use some of her magic to quicken the cooking process. But with y'all's rolls, you do end up getting it a nice, delicious breakfast burrito for everybody.
Well, I'm glad we're not going to poison.
Right? God dang it. I'm used to just, killing things and heating up the meat and just eating.
You did do the dice query correctly, except for you add your Constitution modifier for each die, so you should get an extra +9 to that. So that should be 38 hit points for Quinn, which does put you up to the max, so you're good.
I guess you could. We can put this stuff on our blades and head to the dining hall, the actual gathering hall, and I'll try and wake them up and get them in here.
Works for me.
Okay, I'm gonna just be in my room I'm gonna be like on the ground doing yoga.
Okay.
As he's doing that, he just hears this. Boys, we got some food in there.
Come in if you would like. I need a second.
I'll open the door. What pose is he in right now?
He is currently a big polar bear.
I'm just doing like the downward dog pose. My giant.
And that is definitely what I wanted to see first thing in the morning.
But like
Well-
I'm in that pose, but my face is faced the opposite direction of you. So you gotta just look right at my butt.
Right. Okay. Well, Mong, we've got breakfast in there, and I know I'm sure you don't eat real food, but I mean, I'm sure you can like douse blood on top. I mean, I have some lizard blood if you want that. I'd douse that on top to make it a little more.
Thanks for the invite. I have some vials here. I'll drink that. I'll join you guys.
Alrighty. Alright. Quinn. Snoopy.
Did Snoopy sleep in the bed and Quinn on the floor?
Yeah.
Correct.
That's adorable.
So Snoopy, you come out of a very groggy sleep. Think of downing a
say.
whole NyQuil bottle and then waking up the next day. So
I
you're
was gonna
still
say,
kind of like,
Snoopy's eyes, like the bottoms are like sagging like a bloodhound. I just imagine being like Wally when he wakes up all groggy.
I just opened the door. Hey, boys, we got some food.
You see me like plop a paw and then another paw and I like slide off the bed and pop on the ground. Tails kind of wagging food.
You know what? You look like you need a little help. And I pick him up. Hey, Quinn. I get next to his ear like, Quinn, we got some breakfast burritos in there if you want some.
you got a tight little man pussy on you, don't you?
Hey, man, since you're sleeping like this, I mean, if I could actually take advantage of this situation if I really wanted to, you know?
Quinn
Like a double wide
passed out,
surprise.
passed out.
What'd you do? What'd you say?
No, I
He's
said
passed
Quinn
out.
is like passed out, like an
Oh.
alcoholic coma.
I put my middle finger in my mouth and give him a wet willy.
That I guess Quinn, roll a d20, and you have a 75% chance, or no. Roll the d20, anything 15 or above. Hey, look, 15 or above, you wake up. You got this big ass finger, all slobbery, in your ear, jerking around from left to right. Definitely wakes you up.
Hey, Quinzel, let's go. We got food in there. It's a nice, saucy burrito.
So as Quinn wakes up, because he's like surprised, I'm gonna have him like immediately wild shape into a gorilla.
Okay. So Quinn turns into a gorilla and he stands up and beats his chest.
Oh, got you.
But I'm actually saying you motherfucker.
Hey, you look like you got a lot of energy. Whole lot of energy. Why don't you use that energy to scarf down that burrito that we got in there? I'll walk out with with Snoopy in my
Snoopy.
hand.
Still in gorilla form, Quinn just walks out pissed.
Snoopy waits at the end of the table and waiting for some scraps.
I'll throw some down to him.
Quinn will actually let him have his food. Like, I guess his portion of it.
You guys watch Quinn take his whole plate and put it on the ground in front of Snoopy.
It's gone already. It is.
Didn't stand
Snoopy
a chance.
And then Snoopy throws up, and then he eats it again.
I'm gonna look at Snoopy and be like, ugh, gross. And then I'm gonna just slurp this blood out of this vial I have.
All right. So how did everybody sleep? I mean,
Snoopy just kind of looks up, and his eyes roll open, and he goes, "What happened?"
oh, well, I have no clue. You were just laid out by the time we had our little chat. But all I know is I don't know. I mean, it's been a little while since I slept in the bed, so I think I slept pretty good. Wish I could lay there a little longer, but being outside for so long, I'm a little on edge, I guess. Well, so I've got stuff to finish in my room. You guys got any plans today? I mean, I assume that we don't have to do our thing till tomorrow, so we got all day to handle some things.
You know, now that you saying that, I kind of have one thing I need to do. And I reach into my pocket and pull out my coin, and I grab a silver coin out of my pouch and hold it in my hand.
What are you doing with that?
Okay.
And I look around all like I have a secret, and I just put it away again really quickly. Nothing. I was just counting my coins.
Well, I know once I finish what I finish in my room, if I can finish it fast enough, I actually might, I might either go to those fighting pits and see what that's talking about, or could actually go to those dwarves and see if we can get some work in. I need some extra money.
Well, we do need to pick up the stuff that we ordered, and I have something else I'd like to get
Well,
as
hang
well.
hang on a second, Tamsin. He said money.
Yeah,
What?
for us.
Money. Sounds good. Okay. Whatever
I mean-
that entails, let's do it.
I mean, unless you
Will
want to
involve
when
work.
you get the fight clubs.
I send a message to Angelica. Say, don't let him borrow money from you. He has plenty.
I laugh out loud, but like I message back. Oh, I'm aware. I'm way aware. But yeah, I mean, unless you want to make some extra money beating some ass, I mean, it's up to you.
I'm into that. Do they let us eat them afterwards?
We're not going to jail because of your unsatiated hunger that you got going. But
I'm out of character. Do you guys see my twin over here?
yes,
Changing your
Yeah.
token.
Oh.
he has a familia.
Yeah. Like 10 mongs running around. Oh, we got rid of my favorite token.
Yeah, I guess that's our plan. So, we're gonna finish. The thing in my room, and then I guess, Tammy, unless you got something to do out here, I'm about to be in there, and then I guess I'll meet up with you when you're ready to go pick up our stuff.
Okay, I have some stuff I want to see if I might be able to read in the library. So come and check for me there before you leave.
Perfecto. All right,
Okay.
I'll be there.
I have a question for you guys. Maybe one of you knows this. If I wanted to make a poison weapon, like if I wanted to dip my sword in poison, something like that, or another object, how would I do that?
You buy poison.
Or
Put on blade.
No, like any old object. So I can just. So Snoopy, you look like you know how to poison somebody. I just need to buy some poison and put it on the object. That's it.
Can you just code it?
man, if
code
I
it.
could get my hands on some poison, just imagine.
Actually, you can buy a poisoner's kit.
Where would I go about doing that?
Poison shop. Duh.
Oh.
Down the lane.
All right.
Yeah,
Simple enough.
Probably an apothecary.
Oh, okay.
A potion shop.
Do you know how
I
much
don't-
something like that should run?
Like 5 gold.
Oh, yikes.
Well, it probably depends on the quality of poison as well.
Oh, I meant,
Yeah.
sorry, 5 silver.
Oh, 5 silver. Well, I got one of those at least. I don't know. Quinn, can I borrow some money real quick to buy some poison?
I sent a message to Quinn. No, don't borrow.
uh,
He has plenty.
so Quinn like looks up, like taking heed of what Snoopy just said, and he says, "Yeah, I got you. Don't worry about it. I'll go with you actually. Yeah, I'll actually go with you."
Oh, okay. That'd be great. Yeah. I'm gonna make my eyes look around real shifty like.
All right. Well, while you guys figure that out, I'll lean down and pet Snoopy on the head. All right, be in my room if you need me.
Do you want my help?
I think I got it. Me and Tammy got pretty far last
Okay.
night, so I just got little bits, and then we're done.
I held things. All right, I'm gonna pet Snoopy on the way out too, and go to the library. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Have fun on your errands.
All right. I also need to go to the to a blacksmith too. So maybe I'll go look around.
I peek my head right back out the door and yell out to Snoopy, "Hey Snoopy, do you have a lockpick?"
Snoopy like appears right in front of you, but still laying down like on the ground. If anybody else saw Snoopy, like he went from here to here to here. I guess I could do the Q thing, but just teleporting without moving his legs because he can't. What room did you go in? I lost you.
I'm in this middle one to the left.
Oh, okay. I am now in front. I just like appear in front of you, and I like hold up my thieves' tools.
Perfect. Hey, you mind checking something out for me?
Sure.
And Brady, we're about to look at that chest. Is that chest unlocked?
The one in your room
Mm-hmm.
is not unlocked. It has 3 keyholes.
Can I check for traps?
Sure, do a investigation check.
I back up as.
You look at each of the different 3 keyholes, and each one of them has some sort of trap designed to take an appendage. It is very complex from what you can tell. One slip up, and you're going to lose a paw.
Well, good
Whoever
thing I
paid
used
for
my
this,
mage hand to pick locks.
that is very true.
Brady says, "Fuck."
Hey,
No.
so, hey, buddy, what'd you find out?
Don't put your finger in the keyhole. It looks like it'll chop your finger off.
Yeesh. Oh man. Oh, and Brady, how sturdy is that chest as well?
It is bolted to the ground.
Like, is it like thick wood or is it metal?
No, it's made of like thick iron. When you
Is
tap
it-
on it, it's almost as if it's like probably an inch, maybe 2 sheets of iron.
Oh, well, dang,
Keeping it
there's
all
no
intact.
breaking that one.
Can I like get a smell of the lock hole and then see if I can sniff around and find the key somewhere?
Yeah, you start sniffing the lock hole, and you can smell. I'll tell you this: you smell something that's faintly familiar. Roll a perception with advantage based on the smell. It smells like that Titanian lady that you talked to the day before. The cherry blossom smell.
I like you see Snoopy like kind of lean in, well, as much as he can stretch with his legs still like Superman spread out. He goes, "This smells like the Titanian lady."
That Titanian bitch that we ran into yesterday.
Yes. I think this is her chest. I mean, she did have a nice chest as well. And then I realize I'm a dog and this is a woman I'm talking to.
God damn it.
I might be able to pick the lock.
If it's designed to take stuff from you, like physically, I wouldn't. But I mean, you're more than welcome to try.
I summon my mage hand and put the dagger in my mouth, and I like cut through my mage hand. It's like, see, it'll be all right.
All right.
Can
I
you
back up against the wall.
can you help me?
What do you need help with?
Let me see.
Um,
Angelica is not trained in what you'd have to use to roll, so no, she cannot help you.
is anybody good at sleight of hand?
Let me see.
I have an idea.
I am.
Okay. I kind of like I scream out, is anybody good at picking locks? Oh, it's thieves' tools, not sleight of hand, right, Brady?
Correct.
So that won't work.
I'm just gonna go over here because I'm gonna go look what they're.
I still am
I'm just gonna,
Oh, you are? Fuck yeah.
I'm
what are you guys
proficient.
doing?
Yeah, I have them.
Are you proficient or do you have them?
Ow. I mean, I have them. I should be proficient, I think, because of my background.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm proficient.
Oh,
yeah.
sweet. So yeah, Snoopy's so lethargic and lazy. He's just like, is anybody good at thieves' tools? You just hear this throughout the building.
Well, I guess because I didn't fucking find anything.
With that
You don't know
natural
that.
one.
What?
I haven't gotten there.
Oh, well, I rolled a 1, so.
Oh, I saw.
Okay. Well, I'll go help if I didn't find anything.
With a 1, he's gonna
A
tell
1.
you you found something really important when it's actually bullshit. That's what's gonna happen.
Fake news.
Yeah.
I'm
As
Go
you go through looking for books on demons and stuff, you don't really find anything that is specific. You more find a sort of a general base knowledge that you kind of already had because of your, special case. You know that demons come from the abyss. You know that the abyss has infinite layers. Each of those layers is ruled by a demon lord, and the demons can be a manifestation, or they're a manifestation of all that is chaotic evil.
Okay.
Otherwise, you
hear-
don't find anything specific about any of the current demon lords or any of their powers or anything like that.
Okay.
Everybody's gathering in there except for Quinn.
Hey Tammy, this pick is pretty rough. Would you mind helping me? I don't want you to physically help me, but like if you could give me some pointers as I go through these clicks or something.
Okay.
If I mess up, it's gonna set off something to remove a finger. Good thing I have a mage hand, but I can't be too careful.
Makes sense.
All right, you guys ready?
Ready?
I'm gonna leave the door or leave the room real quick. Like, yeah, no, I'm out.
Hey, why? Why are you leaving, man? This is about to get good.
You know, I'm putting some pieces together here.
Hold on
and
1 second. Someone's calling me.
Oh, that's my excuse, buddy.
I was gonna say like I'm putting some pieces together here, and I realized that Snoopy was on the ground in his room last night, and there was an open trunk in the room. So I'm thinking something weird happened last night with the trunk. So I'm out of here. And for those reasons, I'm out.
Okay.
Where
Ethan,
else
do
are
me a
we now?
favor while he's on the phone. Right click on your token. Tell me if you see.
I saw it. I saw it. It's dope. Love it.
What'd you see?
The two side
The
things. Is that what you
multi-side? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so cool. Okay, all right. I'm gonna. So
Once you start turning into more people, I'll have to add them and redo the token, which isn't a big deal.
Okay, that's
Oh,
dope,
yeah.
though. 'Cause
Oh,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, like, how am I gonna? I didn't want to annoy you when I had to change form again back to like. Worked perfect.
Yeah, you should be able to do it now. And I
Oh,
gave you
yeah.
just common. I gave you common or male and female, and that's what the token looks like, but you can make their physical features look like whatever you want with your descriptions.
Okay. Dope. Love it.
And Brady,
Yo.
those things I sent you, we're just gonna use those things.
Noted.
Are these rooms open right here? Like both these doors?
Yeah, everything's unlocked in this place. Nothing's like locked up.
Okay, I'm gonna like go in here and start like looking around at this table of stuff. You can whenever we get to me.
Yeah, no, since Joe's on the phone, like most of this, you can tell that those personal quarters are pretty much the only things that are kind of out of ordinary. This room looks to be sort of like a private study, but it hasn't been used in quite some time. It was probably made for a earlier group when they had sort of like you can tell that this is probably where the leader was, whereas all those other groupings or those other rooms or like whoever they were leading as part of a team. You see a bunch of old notes and books and stuff of like prior quests that they went on and things like that. But nothing, like as you're reading all of it, it's kind of just meaningless information. Nothing super duper helpful.
Okay.
Anything that was of value has definitely been taken out of most of these rooms.
All right. Is this like a couch right here and a desk?
I believe that's a desk. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna like feel around the cushions, like the seats, check see if there's any these seats.
Besides the small creaks that you hear when you start to move some of the wooden furniture around, there's nothing that like just falls out.
Okay. All right, I'm good.
What is Quinn up to?
I think he's
Gerald.
Yeah, Quinn is just chilling, thinking about what was said from Angelica, and just honestly waiting on Mom.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm gonna walk to Quinn over here eventually.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna be like, well,
walking through the
it's, good
Hit the
stuff.
wall. Oh shit! Didn't see the wall there.
running full speed.
It's so glitchy when I was trying to do it. Hey Quinn, I'm ready to go whenever you are. I just need to go. I'm looking to buy some poison, and then I need to go to the blacksmith also.
All right. And also, Quinn like looks at Mong and be like, "I saw what you did there with the coin."
What do you mean? Just checking it out?
Mm-hmm. And then,
Okay.
like,
go ahead.
And then Quinn like looks at him how like that Fry meme is with just both his eyes
Squinted.
barely open. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be honest with you, Quinn. I've never checked if silver hurt me before, so I was just checking. I need to buy something silver.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. One thing that I have noticed is honesty is not your thing.
What do you mean?
So I just tell him, come on, let's just go.
Okay, but before we go, do you have that 5 gold I could borrow?
Yeah, I'll give it to
Okay, thank you. All right, and I guess we'll start heading out.
you. Yeah.
Snoopy, with Tamsin's assistance, you can go ahead and roll Thieves' Tools with advantage for the first little lock pick. As you insert your lock or your lock pick, you can tell that the keyholes are a little bit larger than an average key. And as you're poking around, you can tell that there's like a specific design in this keyhole. As you try to move it around, you start to get it to where it needs to go, and you hear a clicking sound. And you retract your thieves' tool, and everything seems to be fine. Go ahead and roll a second one for the next hole. Kirsten, you don't need to roll because he's rolling
Okay.
with advantage.
I'm sitting. I decide to like sit down Indian style and just observe.
As Snoopy goes in with his thieves' tools again, he starts to move it again and notices that as he's like poking the sides of the mold, this is a different shape. So he tries to turn it, and as he turns it, all of a sudden, this apparatus like comes out and crunches around his thieves' tool, snapping it in half. And then after his thieves' tool, after his little lockpick snaps in half, because this sort of like bear trap mechanism, but it's definitely designed to like take a finger or a whole hand, depending on how small your hands are. After it snaps it, it immediately retracts back into the chest. It does not seem to be successful.
Huh? Would you look at that? That's fucking weird, dude.
Oh man, you gotta roll above. I do have another set of thieves' tools.
So just because you have multiple lockpicks, like thieves' tools don't just consist of a single lockpick. I've always thought that to be pretty dumb if it did consist of that.
Well, that's not
So
how
you've-
lockpicks work, right? Like you don't just have one lockpick. I just have
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. It's like Skyrim.
So
You've got like 50 of them and you never use them.
Or Bobby
you
can.
save them until the end, and then you
Yeah.
don't end up using them. So can I try again?
Sure.
Do you want me to help him this time?
Yes, please. These odds are pretty low.
Wanda's going on. I'm still like
Oh
kicking
yeah.
around with 11.
Oh shit. Sorry. Guess I
So
didn't help.
you helping him, Kirsten, doesn't require a roll.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. So
That's
the
why I
way
meant
the
to
help
say it.
action, yeah, the way the help action works is one of two things. Either you're helping him to give him advantage, or you're helping him for both of you to roll, and you take whatever the best result is.
Oh,
Normally,
gotcha. Okay.
yeah. And you're trying on that second lock, right?
Can I? Yeah, the second lock. Well, is there a way to tell if the first lock like went back?
You look over, and it looks like it's in the same position.
Okay, yeah. So then the second hole still.
So you go in and you start to manipulate it a different way, and as you're moving it, you don't hear any sounds. You don't hear the apparatus pop out and snap at your lockpick. So you're not sure if you succeeded or failed.
Better stick your tail in there. Check it out.
I just kind of do like a chuckle, and I'll try the third one then.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Motherfucker, that's so low. Oh no, it's not an 8, but snap crackle pop is my assumption.
Actually, as you start to manipulate the last one, you put it in a couple different positions, hoping it'll work, and nothing happens at all.
I wonder if it like seized up because the trap was armed.
Try opening it. Let's see.
Oh, I guess yeah, we can try that.
It does not budge.
Maybe it's.
Can I try using my lockpicks to unturn the first one?
Yeah. You turn it back and you see that it is back in its original position.
And can I go back down to the third hole and try that one now?
Yep.
Jeez, dude, I fucking hate this. I'm gonna kill Snoopy. His rolls are so terrible.
Angelica's just sitting in here in this Indian style sit down, just watching with
Yeah.
anticipation, like what the hell.
So you watch Snoopy go to the first hole and sort of reset it back to its original position, and then he goes to the third hole and starts to manipulate it a little bit more, but nothing happens.
Or maybe it's maybe after that first fail, it just said, screw it, timeout. Maybe it's a timeout for it, like a cooldown for it. Well,
Do you have like a stick or something, or like a piece of iron, or I don't know. I don't want to waste a
is there like a piece of
dagger,
iron somewhere around here?
like a
in the
nail.
room?
The stuff that you had purchased would have little bits of iron, yeah.
I just
Like your
wanna,
tools
I
that you're
wanna,
working with.
Yeah.
I want to try and set off the trap in the second one, see if it goes.
Okay.
There's wooden spoons and shit in the kitchen.
Okay, that'll work.
All right.
Question.
I'll run off.
Run out there,
run off and
grab it.
I have a question. Like, what proficiency does this thieves tool use? I'm confused on.
It depends. So all tools technically don't have a stat that they work with, but thieves tools, because you're usually using the sort of sleight of hand proficiency, they're usually a dexterity based roll. So having a tool, you're essentially getting almost like double proficiency from it in a way.
I have expertise in it as well.
That's
Okay, so-
that's why his roll is so high for a 13.
But that would
It's because rogues.
okay. Would it be his dexterity like modifier? That's what it would add to it.
It adds
So-
proficiency twice, is what's going on.
Yeah,
So I
and
get
you guys
5
are
for my
currently
dex and then 8 for my
Yeah.
proficiency. 5 plus 8, 13. So
he could
I,
use thieves tools, and I could have him roll it strength based. I could do that if he's trying to force a lock or something like that, instead of trying to be, dexterous with picking it. So that would be a time that would happen.
Could even do like intelligence or wisdom or something too.
Okay.
Which is, I've never did that. I probably should have. It's kind of a interesting use of thieves tools. But so yeah, I take like the spoon or whatever I get and try and clumsily pick the second lock.
Okay, you put it in the second lock and start fiddling it around, and nothing happens. You start to like take it out with your mage hand and like jam it in there, and you can start to see like the sort of wear and tear on the handle of the spoon as it's clanking against the metal. And for whatever reason, whatever you did to set off this trap, it's made it to where all these, like, nothing else is going on.
Okay. What is the chest made out of?
It's made out of solid iron.
Well, shit.
I mean, it's a risk, but I mean, I could try kicking it. See if does anything. It's bolted down though.
Maybe probably from the inside. Man, DC must be like fucking 30 3 times in a row. This DM crazy.
I'll have you know that I did not make this chest. A player purchased it and had very specific
Oh,
requests.
all right. All right, that's fair. I don't think we're getting into this, Snoopy says.
Well,
Yeah.
stand next to him. Well, it was worth a try. It's pure curiosity.
Do you know the spell
deserve
knock?
this at least.
Never mind. That's too meta.
Well, yeah, it's worth a try. And I'd take a small piece of jerky. Here you go.
If only we knew who made it, then we could see. I don't know. Maybe ask them.
Yeah, who's the ignorant twat who put this here in the first place?
Was it you, Kirsten?
No.
Oh, okay.
I got a different chest.
Here's the one that put me to sleep.
No, that was Mirrodin's.
Yeah.
Mine does something else magical. I mean, not like magical for the person that doesn't break into it properly.
Well, Angie, it was worth a try.
Yeah, thanks. And I'd squat down and hand him the jerky and pat his head.
And I like walk out of the room, but dragging myself with my 2 front paws, like Herbert and Family Guy's dog does.
Oh.
Oh, no. How long would you suppose it will take me to finish our thing? I mean, we could very well check on the... But then again, kind of want to stay over there to make some extra money after we get what we need to grab.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna sit here and finish our project, and I'm stow it away so no one knows.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to the library and see if there's anything interesting else.
All right.
there.
All right, I'll grab you when I'm finished.
Okay.
And I guess, Brady, I continue to work on the things.
Work on your thing. Go ahead and roll me a leather worker's kit, please.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, this shit's done.
Is Quinn or Gerald's gone right now?
I believe he is.
Okay. While he's gone for a second, I'm gonna go over to. Well, maybe I'll wait till he's back. I'll wait. I'm fine. What is this right here though? Can I look at that? See what that.
Believe that is just a coat rack. Some
Okay.
common looking cloaks.
Okay. I want to check the pockets of the cloaks.
Nothing except for lint.
Okay. I'm gonna like sigh. All right.
Alright, so with that roll, let's see. So you make some very, very good progress over the next hour or so working on your special project. And you get to the point to where you're like, you know what, this needs just one more thing. I'll need to make a trip to the to the tailor's to get this special last thing to just give it that little bit of flair. Otherwise, it's complete.
Perfecto. All right.
But it is an hour's worth of work that you put into on that roll to finish it up. So while that hour's happening, I know Quinn and Mong are about to go and do some shopping.
So
Yeah.
will I have to take the project the projects to the tailor?
Negative.
Okay, cool.
Also, that role is for a single project, yours, not for the second project.
Okay, cool.
You can only work on one at a time, or only one person.
Gotcha. All right.
Gerald. Oh, he's not even in Discord.
Oh.
There he is. What up, dude? You back? Motherfucker?
I guess not. Oh.
Okay, well, I guess I can do one thing. Well, I wanted him to be present for this, though.
Yeah.
I guess, we can kind of, there's not anything he has to decide. I wanted to go, over to Snoopy before I leave. So I'm gonna go over to Snoopy. All the way up. Hey, Snoopy.
Okay, I'm back. I'm like.
You catch me as I'm like crawling through the hallway. Like, do you know what I'm talking about when I say like Herbert's dog?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know exactly. Oh, if Gerald's back, Quinn. I'm gonna ask Quinn. Quinn, before we go, can you come with me? I forgot. I need to do one more thing, but you can come with me.
Yeah, I'd tag along, I guess.
Okay, I'm gonna go all the way to Snoopy. I'm like, oh yeah, Snoopy. And I look over at Quinn, and I'm like, I borrowed 10 gold from you the other day. I wanted to pay it back right now.
I like raised an eyebrow. Thanks.
Here, and I give him 10 gold. And you know what? I took a while to pay that back, so here's some interest too. I gave him 1 more gold.
Snoopy goes, all right.
And then I'm smiling, and I kind of side eye Quinn while I'm smiling. And
Did you steal it from Quinn?
No. I did not.
That's the play.
So, all right, Quinn, you ready to go? I'm all done with what I need to do here with Snoopy, and that I was paying him back the money I owed him a little while ago. I borrowed, and now I don't owe him the money I borrowed before anymore.
Oh my god.
Ready to go?
Bro, did you for real steal that from me?
No. No. Oh, out of character, no, I did not. I didn't.
I was gonna say, yo, I said I was AFK.
No, I would never do that. I wouldn't still feel as AFK.
You have done that before though. That's the thing.
No, I haven't. No, I didn't.
No, Snoopy
No,
did.
that was Snoopy.
Snoopy
Yeah, he
did.
stole that fish from you.
That is true.
And I added
That's what you
added
got.
insult to it by chasing them.
But that was hilarious.
Exactly.
That was like one of my highlights of this campaign.
From a past life.
Trying to catch a dog that can teleport that has your fish. It's like sucks.
This
You're never
freaking
gonna
fly
see that
is
fish again.
annoying.
So as Angie is in her room working on something, she thinks that, or she tells you guys that she'll be probably about an hour or so. Tamsin goes to go try to find any books in this library that might have anything to do with turtles, and go ahead and actually roll an investigation check for me, Tamsin, real quick. That'll
Okay.
determine how long it takes you to come to the realization that there are 0 books in this library about turtles. I'll say you spend 30 minutes, like, combing the shelves, trying to find this info, and you can't find shit.
Okay. For the
So
other
while-
30, can I just
for the
roll
other 30,
for-
what do you...
to find something random?
Sure.
Okay. and then
I guess
learn.
tell me what kind of if I had a rollable table for books, that would make it easier, but I unfortunately don't have that.
Let's do
What type of information? And I'll tell you this, the more specific it is, the less of a chance there is. But if you end up rolling high or rolling properly on the D100, you could find some good shit.
Okay. Let's do knife handling skills, because I bought that dagger, so it might be nice to get kind of proficient, I guess, with the dagger.
Okay. Go ahead and roll on the D100, and I'd say you have a 50% chance to find a book about knives. So you find a book about knives, and it shows you sort of it's sort of a lengthy read. So it's definitely going to take you quite a bit of practice, as well as going through the steps in the book itself in order to become proficient with the knife. But as you're reading it, go ahead and roll me... What do I want it to be? Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand as you're reading it, and you're like, okay, that seems pretty easy. You take out your knife and you start to do stuff with it. So you end up, for the next 30 minutes, you end up getting one step closer to being proficient with daggers.
Yeah.
While she's doing
put that
that,
on your character sheet somewhere.
while she's doing that, I'm just like towards the entrance of the library, just shadow boxing in the air. You just hearing and just bobbing and weaving.
About this
Okay.
time, Snoopy's like finally able to walk around, albeit my eyes are still very, very droopy.
I have a special place on everyone's character sheets where I put GM notes, so you were good.
Thank you.
I will keep track of what you roll. Yeah. So Snoopy, since we got Angelica and Tamsin taken care of, I'm pretty sure Quinn and Mong, their thing's gonna take a little bit. So what is Snoopy doing in this hour?
Let's see. What could Snoopy learn? Can I read? I can speak common. I must be able to read.
Yeah, you can read and
Alright.
write. You just have to use your mage hand to write.
Can I go into the library as well and see if I can find anything about awakened creatures such as myself?
Roll the D100, you have a 5% chance.
That's high.
And while Snoopy walks in, I try to break into a handstand real quick.
Okay. Roll investigation to see how long it takes you before you give up on your search.
My sheet is having a hard time opening up. So we'll do skills.
As you're rummaging through, you realize after like 10 minutes, you're like, if I'm one of the only ones, there is no way that this random library's got anything on me. So you end up giving up pretty quickly. But you did a very thorough search. It helps with a mage hand being able to reach all the books and stuff. So that's 10 minutes. Is there anything else you want to try to research? Or any place you want to go?
You know what? I'll check out and see if I can become proficient in Poisoner's Kit. So
Okay.
Can I see if I can learn
Go
anything
ahead and
else?
roll. I'll say that there's a 30% chance that there's a book about poisons in this library specifically. So roll the D100 again. 81. So you don't see anything about Poisoner's Kit, but you do find a book about herbs and stuff, and some of the medicinal effects are poisonous to people, or I guess humanoids and creatures and stuff like that. So now you're starting to get an idea of maybe the components that you need, but you have no idea the process to make the poisons.
Okay. And to be clear, I get the book out. I have my eyeball pop out and read and have that open the book while I'm laying in bed.
Okay. So Tamsin, as you're sitting there with a book, you see Snoopy grab a book, put it onto the table. He hops up on the table, puts his face near it, and you watch his eyeball just like sort of roll out, and the sort of optic nerve separates into these little legs, and it just starts to scan the book. It uses these blood vessels to turn the pages, and you watch Snoopy leave the room and go lay down in bed.
Gross. If I didn't like you, Snoopy, I'd stab this thing.
Snoopy goes, "You
Uh,
like me?"
Yeah, I do.
Roll
Now,
a generic intelligence for how much you comprehend of the poison book.
did you say straight intelligence?
Correct.
I think that's more of a wisdom. I'm just kidding. 10. No, definitely intelligence. You can't tell Kirsten Tamsin because I'm in the other room and I'm perceiving you through this eye, but my tail's wagging because you said you liked me.
Okay.
Okay. So while they're doing that, Mong and Quinn, before you guys even start doing your little activities, they head on out. And where is it that Mong and Quinn want to go to first? Hello? Are you there?
Portakey.
I know where you want. Is that's the first place you want to go?
Yep.
Okay. So as Quinn and Mong start to leave the area, oh, Ethan was gone. That's why.
Sorry.
So as you guys start to leave, Quinn hails a cab, and as you guys hop in, he says, "Take us to the orphanage."
Wait, Quinn says that?
Correct.
Oh,
All right. I'm gonna say like that's kind of a weird place. I thought we were going to a blacksmith.
Oh, where? Quinn just like looks out the window. It's like not even acknowledging him.
Wait, that's my wrong token. I was still in bear form.
No, I had to change it because this was an older. That was an older token on this map, so I had to change it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I'm like, well, luckily they won't know who I am. I have some history with them.
History. Is there anything I should know about before we go there?
Well, it's just being my child form. Anybody who sees you out, they try to tell them you don't have any parents. They try to put you in the orphanage right away. But that was ages ago, and I don't actually remember if it was this orphan or not.
Oh, so we good then.
Yeah, we're good. And in this form, they would have. I'm not even a child, so it's fine. Although, I have had some thoughts about starting a child army. Maybe we could adopt some kids.
Quinn sheds a single tear as he thinks about Vicavor. And Quinn just looks up in the air. Is like, God damn, that's something he even talked about.
Okay. So it only takes probably 10-ish minutes to get to the orphanage. And as you guys unload and start heading up the stairs, outside you can see, or as you're about to get up the stairs, you see on the side of the house, you see Lord Martillo standing there and kind of like looking up at the sky and observing the contrast of the sort of like dark gray clouds and stuff like that between. He's looking at the contrast of the clouds and his orphanage.
Is he like kind of zoned out in like a trance? Like in deep thought or something like that?
Yeah, he's definitely got something on his mind that he's looking at.
So like I guess to kind of get his attention, I just make like a little raven noise or a crow noise, like ah.
And he kind of like you see he kind of like, as that happens, he kind of like stiffens up a little bit and looks behind him. Oh, did you need my assistance for something?
Dang, I
Quinn,
don't
is
get like
it?
a hello. Yeah. You good? I didn't mean to interrupt what you were doing.
No, I am perfectly fine. But I guess if you needed my attention, you have it now. What can I do for you?
There's a couple things I wanted to know. First and foremost, do you remember the night at the auction?
Oh yes, I do.
That turtle fellow. You know anything about him?
Yes, I know a little bit. From what I've been told from my informants, his name is Lid. He's a new player in the streets of the City of Guilds. I do not understand what it is that he came looking for, or what he hopes to accomplish, but I do know that the, let's say, factions underground do not claim any allegiances towards him.
So
Is
doesn't have you worried
he...
or anything?
I would not say that. He's got my curiosity, of course. It is not very often that you have beings come through claiming greatness and expecting greatness from the other factions of the City of Guilds, especially those that have been here since the beginning. But I do not feel very threatened, and you would assume correctly.
Well, from what I've heard, he's got a lot of people shaking in his boots.
I could see that. A lot of people fear what they do not understand. But that is mortal thought processes. Until he gives me a reason, I do not fear him. I do not know what he wants. Perhaps he doesn't want anything. He just merely wants to establish himself in the City of Guilds. Which isn't really a bad thought. Pretty much anything you could ever want or need is here. And, from what I've been told, we are the most protected from the current demon issue that is plaguing the continents.
Yeah.
Now that I have asked or answered a question from you, mind if I ask you a question?
Shoot.
As worried as I am about the girls, I'm more interested in how you came to be partners with Winter here.
Who?
He's talking about me, Quinn. I gotta go, and I just like start walking away.
Uh,
Hmm.
I, I tell him no, bring your ass back. You will not. So I try to like go get him back.
Is there like any? We're out in the open. There's nowhere like there's not like a wall I can run around.
I mean, like you could go onto the other side of the orphanage if you really wanted to. The orphanage is kind of like on its own, like it's on the corner of the street, and there's a bunch of open area for the kids to be able to play and stuff like that. Before you get to like the next block of houses, but you would be able to go to the backside, but there's no telling if it's private enough for from everybody.
Okay, I'm gonna like send a message to Quinn. You want me to come back, or you want me to get into another form before you ask more questions?
I would suggest. Oh, can I message him back?
Yeah.
Well, no, I
Yeah,
said it out
anytime
loud anyway.
someone. Oh.
Oh, go ahead.
I have to initiate.
No, I was gonna say, the way message works is when you cast the spell, whoever you send the message to, they can respond back to that message. You have a very limited like amount of things that you can say, but you can do it. And just so you're aware, message does require verbal, somatic, and material components. So as you cast the spell, Lord Martillo knows you're casting the spell. There's no reason to keep secrets, not to mention the fact that Winter is a cleric. I don't believe the clerics know message.
I'm just kind of fidgety today, is all.
So I like signaled him on. I'm like, yo, he's kind of. Well, I'll just say it out loud. Yo, he's not the one to be played with.
I'm gonna come back and be like, well, Quinn, tell him how you know me.
Yes, let us hear the story.
So I know Mong here, and I kind of like nudge him, and I kind of I don't go into like detail about how we met. I just say we met during the travels, and he just kind of stuck with us.
Yeah. And I'm not actually Winter, just using this form.
Oh, I was able to gather that very quickly.
But hang on.
You see, Winter.
Are you saying all polar bears look the same?
Not at all. I'm just saying that the particular one that you look exactly like owes a blood debt to a specific wizard, and he will never leave his side. So finding you here with Quinn, who I know is a newcomer to town, there's no reason for this grouping. It was merely an observation of my keen eyes.
Okay. So
and I appreciate you trying not to lie to me. Although, well, you did do a little fib.
About?
Well, you just showing up here and trying to pass off as Winter, that doesn't bother me at all. No.
Okay.
I do not care. I do not have any quarrels with Winter. I was more curious than anything.
Yeah, I definitely not. My intention was not to deceive you. I was Winter. I just enjoy the polar bear form.
What's not to love about being all cuddly?
Exactly.
Well then, I assume that you came for something else besides just a little bit of banter? Or is Lid all you had queries about?
No. So, first thing was, have you seen anything like him before? And I point towards Mom. Because I think he's the same as you. And I kind of look around as I say that, because I don't know if everybody knows what he is.
Wait a second.
I...
Go ahead.
am going to guess that you're not talking about his changeling form. You talking about vampirism?
Quinn shakes his head, yes.
By the looks and the smell of you, I could not tell that you were a vampire. Who turned you?
Well, that part I'm not exactly sure on. All I know, sure my story might up. I was cursed.
If you're
by
not
some-
sure who... Oh, gotcha. You're doing your thing. Cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Continue.
I just wanna
Martillo
make sure
doesn't say
I didn't
anything.
give you different, but I don't know exactly. Other than I was cursed with it, this hunger all the time. I don't know exactly what to do with it, other than I have to drink blood every 2 days.
Ah, so it's
crappiest
not...
part-
It's... Go ahead.
Oh.
Continue.
The crappiest part is I don't even get all the cool vampire stuff, other than I just drink blood all the time.
To be honest, it isn't, as you say, cool things that we are granted. The only reason that I am walking out as I am now, and he points up to the sky, is we have proper cloud coverage. Otherwise, I would be back in my chambers. It is not all that that you would dream it to be. Living an immortal life, you see a lot of things change. You have to adapt, which makes it a lot harder as the generations come and go. Friends that I once had, I'll never get to be with again. And it also has its own responsibilities, especially to the brother Sanguine. I'm surprised that you... Well, actually, you said a curse was placed on you that makes you crave blood?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened, other than I want blood all the time. And it's like,
So it's not a true vampirism. You were not changed?
no, and I don't. I mean, I like look at Quinn.
You see him take a couple steps forward, and he licks his lips. Would you like to become a true brother sanguine? Either of you.
Quinn kind of steps back, and then, like, assuming that him and Mong are in the same position, he kind of pushes Mom back a little bit as well. I mean, I know, no, I don't want any part of it. I was just merely concerned for his sake, just in case anything would ever happen. If he goes without.
Well, I can tell you based on my experiences, if you go too long without feeding, you will have some negative physical effects, more than likely. Even though you are not cursed with true vampirism, you have a minor form of it. I could not tell you exactly what it is that you will be missing if you do not feast. But maybe with time, if you allow me to do some tests, you will go hungry. I do not know for how long, but we would be able to tell the effects, know all the ups and downs to your condition.
True, I've only gone hungry once before.
Oh? What did you experience?
I don't remember much of it, other than I blacked out eventually. Woke up and full of blood, and next to me was a dead guy in the middle of this town. But I don't remember much from.
Based on that alone, it sounds like you go into what I call a blood frenzy. is a insatiable hunger that happens when you do not feast for a very long time. For vampires, usually, or at least true vampires, you can go a lot longer without having to feast. For lesser vampires, it is not as long. And for your curse, I would assume it's not as long as even a lesser. You probably can only go a few days before this blood frenzy happens. And I'll tell you that, more than likely, with these blackouts, the first thing that you saw that had blood coursing through its veins, you did not take anything but their life from them. You did not judge them. They were not the cream of the crop or any specific reason. They just happened to be in the wrong place. So my recommendation to you is to probably keep some leftovers to help get
Yeah.
you through your days.
Yeah, I do that. I have some vials of blood here, which I'm had for about a day or so. But I guess I look over at Quinn. Maybe a vampire, a full vampire wouldn't be a bad thing. You know,
Oh, no. You do not become a full vampire from the get-go. You have to prove yourself as one of the Brothers Sanguine. It is a trial period. So if you're ever interested, I would not mind turning some future prospects. And he licks his lips. Especially one that I have been told has quite the taste. And he looks at Quinn specifically. Your brother even more so.
I'm gonna like gasp. Quinn, you know a vampire? Brother vampire?
Quinn starts to kind of clench his fist a little bit, and looks at Mong and is like, "It's not what you think."
Of course not. His brother just so happened to free one of my very good friends from their, I guess, eternal prison, and happened to be the first feast that he had endured within, I think he told me it was well over 500 years. Something about his brother's blood is a little more potent than normal humans. Very curious. Or wait, Kai's half-elf, right?
Yeah, he's a half elf.
It's a little more potent than normal half-elves.
Quinn looks at him and just says, "Leave him alone. You don't know what you're messing or dealing with him."
Oh, no. I have no quarrels with your brother, and I assure you, Stenmeier's not looking for another meal. It's just an observation.
Well, Lord Marcello, how long is the offer on the table? Prove myself.
He perks up a eyebrow. Well, if I find that you are not any use to me, you have until that time. Otherwise, feel free to find me if you ever change your mind.
All right.
Quinn kind of nudges him towards Martello.
Nudges me towards him?
Yeah.
Well, what would I have to do? I guess that's the
Do
biggest
you
question.
really want to know?
More than anything. But wait,
Let me ask you this. Have you ever gotten close to death before?
you know, now that you bring it up, just not even a day ago.
Like And Quinn just like looks at his wrist like it was like there's a watch on it. I mean, technically.
Well,
Yeah, I've been close.
we would have to bring you all the way.
Okay.
Your friends would be without you for a while, as you turn. And after that, I will not beat around the bush. You would essentially be my servant, as I would be the one to turn you.
Sounds like it's gonna take a long time. I don't even own a black trench coat yet.
And he looks at himself, and he's not got like black in his like wardrobe. He's got some sort of dullish blue colors that he's wearing, and he looks at you. I do not understand exactly what you mean.
And I'm gonna be like, I know the form. I'm just gonna like change form into like a black commoner guy.
You turn into Blade. And he kind of looks at you. I do not understand still. How did you grow sunglasses? I'm just joking. He doesn't say that.
A black commoner guy.
Well, I don't have a token for it. Sorry, guys.
Hold on, I got one for you that I'll just put onto the thing.
If you give me the blade token, I might actually go back.
Oh no. Oh.
Bro, this is about to be mad disrespectful. Like I just,
Oh my God.
I knew it. I knew it. You know, I knew it, bro. That is the one. Yo,
That is
yo,
a rough
hey,
image.
hey, Brady. I was thinking that one exactly. Yo, yo. Oh man, I forgot all about that one too, dude. That is hilarious.
Cairo makes a comeback from the other campaign, from the first
Take that.
campaign.
Hey man, you take blade form, man. You gotta say that line. Some motherfuckers always gotta try and ice get up a hill. Right before you do it. Well.
Martillo comes a little bit closer to you and goes, I will be honest. I do not extend this offer to very many folks, but someone with your capabilities would be very beneficial to the Brothers Sanguine. I will not lie, I will use you if you are ever to come down with our curse. But I will also make sure it is worth your while.
Well, I'm kind of with these guys on a mission. A couple different things. I need to
Understood.
do the responsible thing and check with them and make sure it's fine.
Very well. And just so you're aware, I will make sure that I have general tabs on your doings within the town. I'm sure you've understood that a lot of the powers that be, they have their ways of learning things through this town. So I would be careful what you do, because I will be watching.
Okay, that goes for everything except for feeding, right?
Oh, I do not care how you feed or what you feed on. I do not really care what it is you do, but obviously I will be using everything that you do. All of your deeds will be taken into consideration with my offer.
Okay, let's talk about the opposite side though. You talked about becoming a full vampire, but is there any way to get rid of a curse like this? If I wanted to not drink blood in
Usually curses are placed from those that have some sort of magical prowess, a wizard or witch perhaps. And more than likely there is a countermeasure that can be done, some sort of ritual. Or, even easier, would be to perhaps kill the one that cursed you in the first place. Do you happen to know who or where they even are?
I didn't get the best look, but I do know it's a. And from what I can tell, she was a witch of some sort. I
Well,
only get it. I only get it flashbacks and to see. If I find more info, I'll ask you.
I can tell you that true vampires do not use magic to turn their victims. We have our own sacred rites that we process those that are to become vampires. So I know that no one in the Brothers Sanguine would have anything to do with this. And witches, their powers are very strange compared to those of a normal sorcerer or wizard, for instance. That, I fear, you would have to possibly talk to Inniscraft about,
All right.
or any other witch that you come across. They typically know more about their kind.
Hmm. All right. I'll ask around and see what she has to say.
Well, this has been very interesting. And now that I have asked, or been asked a second set of questions, I get a second set as well.
All right.
How are your friends, or how are Gildred and the other girls doing?
I'm gonna
And he's looking at Quinn.
Yeah, I'm gonna like Quinn too.
They're fine. They're good.
I've been thinking of coming to visit. Where might I be able to see them?
Is it the Hollyoaks, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I
We
just
all left
straight
them.
up. Yeah, I just straight up tell him, it's the Hollyoaks.
He raises an eyebrow and then he narrows his eyes. And why, perhaps, are they in that neck of the woods? Is that where you live?
Yeah, we go there from time to time. Currently staying, over there, not just pointing like a general direction. But yeah, they're good.
I will have to go and check then. I have been meaning to ask you or Sablewolf a location where I could come and visit, as Gildred, as you probably know, has some unique powers about her.
Yeah, that's what we ended up finding out. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the information. I'm glad that they're doing well. I will probably come visit sometime in the next few days then.
All right. Yeah. Just let us know.
Well then, is there anything else you gentlemen need?
No, that was it. I'll have you my decision later.
No, that's all I wanted. But I did have. I'll just message you later on other questions I had for him.
Okay,
Yeah.
that'll work. Well, you gentlemen have a wonderful day, and I will see you very, very soon. And he does a very proper bow.
We don't do that here.
And I'm gonna.
What is that from again?
That's Infinity War. When
Oh,
Bruce
yeah.
vows to be king of Wakanda. We don't do that here.
So now I take it Mong wants to go to the blacksmith.
Yep.
The
Yeah, I'm just
closest
here.
one would be the War Forger, which is over here in the forge. Otherwise, there is one in the Artisans District that Angelica and Tamsin went and visited the day before.
Okay. Either one's fine. Very simple what I'm getting.
Okay. We'll just say, because you're also looking for some other stuff too,
yeah,
right?
like-
Not just blacksmithing gear.
Poison stuff. Yeah, blacksmith and.
Okay. So you would more than likely go to the Dwarven Hammer over in the Artisans District.
Okay. On the way over there, I'm
And
gonna.
as you
change-
walk... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna change back to my boy form. Are we walking
Okay.
or are we taking a cab again? Taxi.
You've got your cab.
Okay, I'm gonna change inside my boy form and also put my really fancy clothes on.
Okay. So as you you do your changing and stuff in the cab, and you get to the Artisans District where you head up to the Dwarven Hammer, and as you walk in, there's a dwarf in there that's you can see he's polishing this blade that's got this sort of like blue sheen to it. It looks really well made. And as he's polishing it up, he looks over. Welcome to the Dwarven's Hammer. The name's Throndar. You look to be new customers. What can I help you with? Anything in particular you're looking for? Any custom jobs you'd like to be done? Kind of like this one, and he shows you the dagger, and look at how it shines in the sun or in the light.
That's a very, very fine craftsmanship there.
Oh yeah, did it myself for a customer that came in yesterday.
All right. Well, I have a very simple request, Thondar. I'm looking to get some nails made. Just some simple, like maybe 4-inch long nails. But I'd like them made out
4
of silver.
inches out of silver, you say? That could
Yes.
be arranged. Cannot be honest with you. We're not too sure the value of the silver is going to be held up in a nail. Almost certain that silver could be used better. But if you're paying for it, that's perfectly fine. Normal nails are usually only a couple copper. But if you want them made out of silver, it'll probably cost you about a gold.
1 gold, okay. What if now that I think of it, what about some small daggers? I'd like to make, maybe could make some, like 5-inch long blade, but I need 10 of them. How much would that cost me for 10 small 5-inch blade silver daggers?
10 daggers. Do you want them to be made out of pure silver, or do you want them to have a silver coating?
The blade needs to be pure silver.
Pure silver. Well, that could be arranged. Shouldn't be too hard. Usually we sell our daggers for about 2 gold a pop. And with the silvering, it'd be about let's see. I'll tell you what. If you need 10 daggers, that right there run you 10 gold. To have them all silvered, I can do that for you for 50 gold. Total.
Could I get the cost down if I give you some silver coins to to cut down on the silver
You
costs.
said your silver coins aren't made out of pure silver. That's the thing.
Huh? Do you?
If you're
Do you
wanting
have any-
genuine pure silver, it's gonna cost you a little extra.
Okay. Do you have any pure silver here?
I mean, I do. That's how I'm able to provide the service.
All right. Do you? I have a weird request. I have a family allergy to silver. Do you mind if I touch some to see if I have the same allergy?
Sure, I guess. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone being allergic to silver. I know them lycanthropes don't like to touch silver, but sure. And he starts to, or he goes behind his desk, and you can hear him fiddling with something for probably about 10 seconds before you hear a lever being pulled down, and he opens up what sounds to be a large metal box, and he pulls out a silver bar, and he holds it out over the counter. Go ahead and take a touch, I guess.
I'm just gonna like grab it for a second.
Nothing
Then-
seems to be coming about.
Perfect. I'm gonna be like, well, thank you. Okay, 50 gold it is for 10 silver bladed daggers.
All right, perfect. I'm finishing up a couple orders right now, but I can get started on those after, probably about after 10 a.m. And I could, well, I should be able to have them done by the night. Daggers are pretty simple.
All right. And I just
So
like.
how about that? Go ahead.
Do you think you could throw in like a leather folder to hold them all in, just so I can contain them all in one spot?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll
Thank you.
make sure you're able to hold all 10 of them at the time.
Okay. Yeah, and like I said, as long as they're not too big, I just want them really small knives.
Okay, yeah, we can do that for you, easy. So we'll go ahead and take half payment now, and the other half upon completion.
Perfect. Here you are.
Alright, go ahead and just deduct 25 silver, or no, 25 gold, my bad, for your 10 silver daggers.
I deducted the full amount already, so I'll just add back on.
Okay, that works. Alrighty, perfect. Well, yeah, come back later tonight. We close shop around 7 p.m. and we should have it done right before then.
Okay. And then
And, well, I guess real quick, what was your name?
you can call me Mo.
Mo. And he writes that down on a piece of paper. Paid in full. 10 silver daggers. Perfect. And, you, sir, and he points to Quinn, is there anything that you, need? We do
no,
custom orders.
No, I think I'm all right. Nothing really in here.
Well,
that's catching my eye.
If you ever need anything made, or perhaps you're looking for work, always feel free to come to the Dwarven's Hammer.
Hold on, work?
Oh yeah, we could always use some muscle to help bang out some of the scrap metal pieces that we get donated to our store. We could also use folks that are maybe keen on fire magics and stuff like that to help heat the forges, get things processed a little faster. We can pay you by the hour, or by the job.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
be honest, it's not the, it probably won't get you to the richest portions of, like Gandahar proper, but it'll definitely help you pay the rent on some fine establishments within town.
Pay the rent. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
No, thank you all for your business, and you have a wonderful day. We'll see you later.
All right, thank you. Back later. Okay. So Quinn, you don't need to buy anything today.
Not necessarily. I mean, a couple odds and ends, but nothing too crazy.
All right.
Which, Brady, I'm going to give you a list of that too.
Okay.
I'm gonna So I want to buy a poison kit, I guess. So that like an apothecary or.
Yes. Let me
Alright.
look at my notes. Try to find what exactly it's called. It is. Do a Control F on this? Nope. Setting. PDF document. Oh, never mind. That is a cartography place. All right, so the place that you would need to go to for potions and stuff like that is actually located at the arena, the Droma. Oh dear. I do not want these dots. So you get into the cab and you tell the person that you need to go to an apothecary or a potion shop or something like that, something along those lines, and he tells you the best place to go is to Armstrong's Apothecary.
All right, let's go there.
Okay. So you head over there, and as you're walking up to the sort of the arena, you can see that there are quite a few folks that are starting to come and go. And you see you see this large gate essentially that's pretty much the entrance into the arena, and on the left side you see a thing that or a sign that says Armstrong's Apothecary, and then on the right side of the gate you see a sign that says the Bronzed Crucible. And as you're getting out of the cab, he goes, "Yeah, make sure you go to Armstrong's Apothecary. The Bronze Crucible is just second rate these days."
Oh,
All right.
Oh, what's wrong with that one? And I point towards the other store.
Well, it's ran by a gnome, and as of late, he's not been as trustworthy, I guess you could say.
All right, we'll check out Armstrong, and if they don't have it, we'll go to the gnome.
Yeah, I'm interested as well.
Tell you right now, gnomes ain't got nothing that you want. Nah,
Okay.
Arthur'll help you out.
All right. Thank you. I want to start walking away from the cab driver, like out of earshot.
Okay.
Quinn, did you want to go to see the gnome first or no?
I mean, it's up to you. We can take care of what you needed first.
I just need poison. That's what I need. I want to coat those daggers in poison.
Oh, let's go get it. Then we'll come holler at this guy.
Okay, let's go. We're gonna go into Armstrong's.
All right. So you go in there, and let me pull up this token for you to see. It's in the second ring. There he go. So you see this soldier as you walk in. He's definitely geared up as more of a sort of like a fighter kind of gentleman. And as you walk in, welcome customers. What is it that I can help you with today?
Well, I've heard that you have the finest wares around, and I'm looking for.
If you've come to the Droma for fighting, I can give you the edge that you need.
Well, I'm just looking for some stuff outside of the drama, so I'm looking for a poison, or if you sell poisons.
Oh. And he looks around and he starts to survey the rest of his clientele. I'm sorry, but we don't sell any sort of pathetic means to win in the Droma. Not here. But if you need healing potions and such, we can help you out.
I'm gonna send this guy a mind message. Be like, listen, you can talk to me, but if your client, do you have the stuff or not? Poison. I know maybe your
And
clients
after, okay, he looks at you and he messages back. Yes, if you keep it on the down low, I could supply you with a poisoner's kit and some vials of poison, but it's not cheap. I can tell you right now, it's not the most legal substance, especially not within the Droma itself.
Okay, I'm gonna speak out loud. Be like, oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say I want a healer's kit, not a. I mix up the word for poison
Ah,
all the time.
yes, I do the same thing on occasion. It's the P.
Yes, yes. How much would a healer's kit run me my week?
Quinn is
Healer's
confused.
kit be about 35 gold pieces or so, plus a 5 gold fee for the handling.
What do you say we make it an even 30 gold?
Or perhaps, I guess I just don't have any in stock. Demand has been pretty high as of late.
All right. Do you have somewhere private we could talk about this healer's kit?
Sure, I could show you my back stock. And he
Very well.
starts to lead you towards a back room, pulls out a key from his pocket to unlock it, opens it up. Right this way, gentlemen. And
All right,
as you
cool.
walk in, he closes the door, locks it behind him. All right, we can speak somewhat aloud. You need poison. I'll tell you now that it's very frowned upon to enter into the arena with poison on your blades, but I do supply it.
Oh,
And it's even
I-
more so illegal in most parts of the city.
definitely, and I understand this is not for the arena. It's for outside of the city, actually.
Yeah, we're not partaking.
Yeah, I would never use that. I
Yeah.
honor your rules.
Oh, I do not really care what you use it for, as long as it's not used on me. But regardless, for me to even be in possession of it is... yes, can't be too safe.
Well, to be honest, I'm looking to coat some weapon. This would work to poison people with my weapons?
Correct. Now, the poisoner's kit itself does come with ingredients for you to be able to make some pretty basic poisons. More than likely able to kill a rat or perhaps a cat if you're a sadistic sort of creature. If you want something to take out, and he points to himself, someone like me, for instance, well, that's going to take a little more work. I don't supply a lot of the necessary ingredients, as it's just too easy for the city guard to be able to tell what exactly I'm using those materials for. But I do have a fellow that I can import the poisons for, but they are not very cheap for a vial.
Okay, well, if the poisoner kit's not going to do it for me, for a person, or possibly somebody bigger than you,
Well,
then
it would. You just would have to go elsewhere to find the materials. Or I can special order them for you.
okay.
But
how
I
much
don't
would
have
that
any in
cost?
stock. Well, the poisonous kit, like we discussed, would be 40 gold. And I guess, how many vials are you looking to try to make? I don't know what your skills are.
I'm just trying to coat like maybe like 10 or 11 little knives.
So you need
how?
about that many doses. Typically, a vial will cover or coat can be coated 5 times. So
Okay.
you'd need at least 2 vials for one use of each of those daggers of yours. That'd probably run you about. Let's see. About 100 gold pieces.
Wow. So you're saying 100 gold for that plus 40 for the other. Yikes. Well,
Yes, poison
I might.
is not easy to come across in this town.
Hmm. Well, I mean, could do that, but the gnome down the street told me he could get me all of it for 75 gold.
He raises an eyebrow. Oh?
Yes, he said with everything, the poisoner's kit and the extra ingredients, it would only be 75. But
Interesting. If that's the case, then that's a better deal. I would go with him.
yeah, I mean, I guess I'll have to because I only have about 85 gold left on me. Keep some for food later. You know,
Well,
if I
then I'm sorry that we did not have everything that you needed here. But perhaps maybe we can do business at another time.
most definitely, if I need more and he's out, I'll come back down here.
Oh yes, I'm sure he'll be out soon enough. He unlocks the door. Tell Bondsworth that I send my best. He's got a
I will
smile
do.
on his face.
And I'm gonna like look at Quinn like concerned. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave the shop. Let's go outside.
Quinn just realized that y'all were talking that the healer's kit was technically the poison. He's just now catching on to it. Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of expensive for that, don't you think?
Quinn shrugs his shoulders. I've never dealt with it before.
All right. Oh wait, I forgot to ask him one more thing. I'm just gonna run back inside real quick.
Okay.
Armstrong, how long would it be to get that healer's kit in with all the parts?
I have it. I just don't have the herbs that you need for the tea that you want.
Yes, the herbs. How long would those take to come in?
A few days,
Hmm.
but they'll be picked fresh, so you'll know they'll be potent.
Okay.
Hold on. Well, never mind. I'm not there. Never mind.
Could you just order the herbs in and then I can come get them from you later, or do I need to pay now?
I'll need at least half payment up front. That way the supplier knows that you're serious. He doesn't like his good herbs to go to waste.
Okay. And you said that was 100. This was all of it, so 50 you'd want up front.
50 up front.
All right. Let's go ahead and let me give you a deposit for that, so you can get those herbs.
Perfect. And he takes out a sort of ledger, and he writes down pretty much the terms to agreement. A healer's kit and herbs for delicious tea, and it all total comes out. Are you buying the poisoner's kit, or are you just buying the herbs?
Just the herbs right now. I'm just giving a deposit for that.
Okay. So in that case, he puts shipment for herbal tea, and he puts down payment 50 gold, and he puts a signature line for you to sign. Go ahead and sign your name right there, which is...
Then I'm just gonna sign a giant M-O. Mo.
Mo. Well then, Mo, 50 gold, and I'll make sure to get that ordered straight away. Should be here within 2 days or so. As long as
Perfect.
there's no complications on the road.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and deduct that from your sheet. And you watch him write down the rest of that and put it into his pocket.
Okay.
Anything else I can help you gentlemen with?
No, that's it for now. I'll be back when that tea comes in.
Right, well, see you in a few days then, gentlemen.
Okay. Bye. Really, I guess. Okay. Quinn, did you want to check with that gnome or?
Yeah, might as well since we're here.
Okay. Let's go over to the gnome shop.
Okay. Writing down all these notes real quick. So as you guys walk into the gnome shop, we're going to go ahead and take it back to the other characters as they finish up what they'll doing. They'll talk with Martillo and then going from shop to shop with all the transporting and stuff. Would have been about an hour. So as Angelica comes out of her room and starts to shadow box in the common library, Tamsin, you finish up your book. You finish up practicing with your dagger. Snoopy ends up coming up from his nap and sort of shakes his head and then gets his eye back into his socket. What do you three do?
I need to go pick up my dagger and then go pick up components for my spell.
Snoopy doesn't really have much he needs to do.
Okay. Anything from Angelica?
I'm sorry, I literally sat right back down. What was the question?
You, Tamsin, and Snoopy have finished your hour of whatever it is you were doing individually. What is the next thing Angelica wants to do?
Definitely wanting to. What Tamsin want to do?
We have to go pick up
Go.
stuff that we ordered, and then I need to pick up components for a spell.
Great. Let's head out. I gotta stop by and get some finalizing like material for my thing. So I'm ready whenever.
Cool. Snoopy, did you want to come with us?
Yeah.
Good buddy, plop that eye back in your head and let's go.
The eye goes in and I cover it with the eye patch.
All right, let's
All right.
ride out, folks.
You guys head towards the Dwarven Hammer. Is that the first place you go to?
Sure, yeah.
To get your gear. Okay. You guys hitch a ride at the Artisans District and head in. As you walk in, Throndar's there. Oh, perfect! Just finish up shining your new dagger. Look at it. And he holds it out. Isn't it pretty?
Ooh.
Look at that. He wasn't playing.
You've outdone yourself.
I'm sure perhaps maybe with more colorful gems I could do even better work for you in the future.
That would be lovely. Thank you.
Oh, yes. And I'm pretty
Oh.
sure you paid all of it up front, right?
Say yes.
I don't remember, honestly.
Say yes.
I did it though.
No, I think I only did half.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I have it on his sheet. I was wondering where I put it. So yeah, 45 gold for the rest of it then, lass.
I give him 50 as a thing.
Oh, greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Snoopy's head kind of turns, and you see like a glint in his eye. He's like, 100 gold for a dagger. What did you just get?
And then I hold it up to him so he can see it. Isn't it amazing?
I don't know exactly what design, like how you want the physical features to look. Like if you have any like sharp edges or shit on the hilt or anything, but she shows you an adamantine dagger that has silver or sapphire encrusted into the blade itself, so that when she twists it and it hits the light just right, it sort of sparkles with this blue. And then you can see a quote that's etched into the side of the blade that says, "Death is only the beginning." And then there's like this demon horns insignia.
Holy fucking shit!
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like something you like one of those crazy knives you buy at the swap meet.
It's a mall
Yeah,
ninja
exactly.
shit.
Just one of those.
And when she's
Does it do anything? Where did you get adamantite?
They had
Oh,
it.
we've
That's
got
why it was so
adamantine.
extra.
My tail starts going a mile a minute.
Yeah, she plans on gouging a man out in style.
Does it
Don't
do
know if
anything
I'll do
special?
that.
What would you say, Brady?
The only extra special thing is that it is a customized dagger. The adamantine is definitely better against objects than, flesh, but it still does the same amount of work. It's just it's a heavier, stronger metal. So if you ever have trouble, maybe a bar stool's pissing you off, you should be able to slice it in half a lot easier than a regular dagger.
Cool.
Perfect.
Well, I don't have much gold, but good to know.
Well,
I could
if you're
use, like,
looking
a
for some
puppy
work,
dagger.
perhaps we could bolster your coffers.
I'm listening.
But he kind of scratches his head. He's like, "But you are kind of a small little pooch. I don't know. How are you with a hammer? Can you forge at all?"
What? I don't.
I believe your
never
strength
have.
score is not good, so probably not.
It's 10 pounds. I mean, I have a strength score of my bite, but I don't think I'd be able to work a forge hammer with my bite. It would be the mage handle.
Your mage
which is
hand, yeah.
I mean,
I don't
you
think
can. If someone could lift only 10 pounds, I think their strength score would be a 2 or a 4, which is a -4. So I'm thinking my strength score is not too strong. I'm not the best suited for blacksmithing.
Well, I guess that's okay. Do you have magical skills that have to do with fire?
No.
I'm trying. Perhaps maybe you wouldn't mind going around and trying to attract customers to us? Maybe flip a sign in the air or something like that with our name on it. Try to really get the people to looking at you.
Talking dog would actually attract people too. It's a spectacle.
They could be your
true.
mascot.
Yeah, we
What
could
is
pay you for propaganda.
I mean, like, what's our wage here?
I'd say for every hour of honest work, I'd give you 5 gold.
A tantalizing proposition. I will get back to you.
Oh,
Very
speaking
well.
of gold, those javelin. Oh, they
Yes,
happen
they're
to be
done too.
perfecto. All right,
And
I will. 7 gold, right?
correct.
All
Or,
right.
well, the whole order was 10.
Okay, I
You
already
paid
gave you
5.
3 gold.
Or yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, 3 of
And
that.
he
that.
brings out
So-
the 10 javelins, all in a bundle. They're sort of they're tightly wrapped in a about 10 foot of hempen rope. And you can see on the shaft, like right in the middle, where there's like a hand guard. You can see the devil horns that are the insignia, and then you can see on each of the sort of the bladed or the fan blades, you can see the devil horns as they all sort of intersect with each other. Mighty proud of that work. I thought you might like it how it sort of keeps going around. I'm thinking that maybe when you throw it, if you give it a nice little spin, perhaps maybe it'll give an optical illusion of devil horns as it's coming to the opponent. Of course, they're only going to see it and be like, wow, that's pretty neat, and then die.
as I'm like looking at the bladed end, I'm like, eyes like glistening a little bit. This is perfect. Well, I bid adieu, and I pull out the 10 gold and hand it to him.
Oh, well, here's, I mean, you already paid a little bit of it. Here you, or are you giving me extra like a friend?
No, you're fine. Keep it, buddy.
Oh,
You got this.
well, thank you. I do appreciate both your businesses. And again, if you ever need work, you being as strong as you are and you with your magical skills, feel free.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. We'll
Remember
definitely consider it.
And go ahead and send your friends our way if you're very impressed with our work. We can make
I
all
kinda-
sorts of
oh,
marvels. Oh, go ahead.
I summon Goopy and say, Goopy, can you hold this sign? And then I look at the blacksmith and go, you could have him hold the sign. He won't mind.
Oh, interesting. He kind of scratches his head. How exactly does that work? Like, what if you leave? Does he just disappear, or does he just stay here and do what you tell him to do?
Well, if I leave him, he'll continue doing what I told him to do until I get close.
Oh,
But I can have
well,
him
I
listen
guess.
to you, and then he'll just continue listening to you.
Alrighty. Well, if you don't mind, I guess I could pay you for that.
Okay, sounds good. I'll come collect him in a bit.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, for every hour, I'll pay you 5 gold.
Good boy, Goopy. You just do what he asks you to do. If you get scared, you can come back to me.
Trondar, he nails a piece of rope to a sign and puts it onto onto Goopy's neck, and he looks at it and he's like, "Yeah, that's perfect." And it says the Dwarven Hammer, customized weaponry. Goopy, if you would, go ahead and just make your rounds around the artisan district. I want you to get in everyone's face. Not physically, but like, make sure everyone can see it. Maybe bark at them or whatever, get their attention, let them see ya. Ooh, here's a good one. And he goes and he grabs a, it looks like, some ceremonial style dagger. I found this little cheap guy on the market. Put that in your mouth. That way people kind of get an idea of what they're looking at. Oh, perfect, yes. All right, Goopy. And he kind of claps his hands like, go on, get. And Goopy looks to you again, Snoopy, looks back to him, and then turns and starts running out into the alleys.
I just kind of want to track with him to make sure, see what he's doing for a little bit to make sure he's not going rogue.
Yeah, so far, I mean, from what you can tell, he's keeping to the streets, and like he starts to run until you can see him physically get to a crowd of people, and then he kind of slows down and he kind of like just walks up to everybody and sort of nudges them to where they look at him, and he makes sure they see the sign before he goes to the next group. And Trondar comes outside and he kind of squints and puts his hand over his eyes, and he's like, "Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect." And he reaches into his pocket. "Here you go, first hour."
Oh, gee, thanks.
And he gives you 5 gold.
I
And all
look at Angie and Tammy, kind of go. I do like the double eyebrow raise, like.
Yeah, and then Mong walks around the corner and is like, "Is somebody getting gold over here?"
Mong's not there.
Yeah,
You
I'm
guys
just
with the
kidding.
droma.
Poke his head out of a barrel. Alright, hey Tammy. Since you're here, you mind if I stop by the little clothing designer? I have to grab some material, some cloth, some
Of course.
alright. I guess what's the name of that place again?
Guido's.
Guido's. I guess we had.
Pizza.
We had
I want pizza too.
Guido.
But like good pizza.
Guido's is good pizza. You take
Oh,
it back.
yeah.
No, I mean like no,
Watch
like
your mouth.
'cause I was thinking like the Blaze Keto. Like it's doable,
Oh,
but it's not
yeah.
anywhere near Guido's. Like
Agreed. Yeah, it won't be. But all right. So Angie, you guys head over to Guido's real quick, and you see that even this early in the morning there is a line that's sort of set up. A lot of nobility seem to be waiting, and as you walk up, they're all kind of eyeing you suspiciously.
Give them all a look back like, "Hi. I'm assuming this is a line to this place?"
Correct.
Oh,
And do you even have the proper coin for this type of establishment, dear?
is that
well-
really a proper thing to ask?
Yeah, that actually kicked off a little trigger in my brain, you asking me that.
I
do you
just
know I'm,
assume, based on your outfit, that you more than likely have never experienced the sensuals of Guido's.
Oh, well,
I would hate for you to waste your time and waste his more so.
I'll have you know, I'm actually an elite noblewoman from the Yodian Empire.
Oh.
I
You
just
could have
happen
fooled
to
me,
be-
dear.
Oh. Are you trying to be funny?
No!
This
Patrons, please. No fighting, not in front of my fine establishment. Ma'am, please keep your sarcasm to yourself, and he points to you. What should I call you, honey?
Hello, my name's Angie.
Yes, it is. And I'm Guido, proprietor of Guido's Glamours. Are you a model by chance? I don't think I've ever seen a woman of your stature with your brute strength. Really gets the mind racing.
Yeah, I've actually gotten different kinds of looks about my stance and my curves. It's actually not common that
Guido,
I've heard something
dear,
like that.
this is preposterous. Now, you hush. This is how I make my glamours. You, honey, do you have a few spare moments, perhaps? Maybe I can fashion something really good looking on you.
Yeah, I look back at the person that was mocking me. Well, don't mind if I do.
Perfect. Come on in, come on in. You all wait your turn. Guido's got a spark of inspiration. And he walks inside. The doors swing open by themselves, and as you walk in, they close behind you. This should only take maybe 5, 10, possibly 30 minutes.
All right.
I'll
So,
And he's
sit in the corner, Angie.
she's gonna leave me here. I've never been in this situation before.
Neither
oh,
have
honey,
I.
don't worry. We're gonna take really good care of you.
All right. I guess do your, I won't say dirty work, but the pretty work, I guess.
Why, thank you. And he snaps his fingers, and you see all these like mannequins start to float nearby, and all these spools of cloth and stuff start to whirl around you. These needles are going to town with the strings, getting cross-stitched and all that stuff. And he will elevate your arm at times. He'll move your head side to side. He manipulates your body as his mage hands are essentially going to work. And after 5 minutes, he steps back and he goes, "Oh, I've done it again. You there?" And he points to Tammy. "What is your name, honey?"
Tamsin?
Tamsin. May I call you Tammy?
No.
I'ma call you Tammy. Look at your
No.
friend. Isn't she spectacular?
I'm standing
And
there like
she's
weirdly, just not knowing what to do with my arms.
She's essentially put you into a new dress. Or Guido has put you in a new dress. And it's a dress that has sort of leggings, but it still has like the sort of mini skirt on top of it. So you look like a very, very butch sort of noble woman. Like the clothes are almost like popping out, or like the stitching's almost popping because of like your muscles and stuff and how tight it is. I've done it again. This is beautiful work.
I slowly look back at Tammy. Tammy, how do I look?
Great.
Oh,
this
he
is
looks.
so-
She looks
Snoopy starts
better
kinda
than
laughing.
great.
I just worry how durable the dress part of the fabric is.
Oh, trust me. If she goes to any sort of soiree, anything that she spills on that is gonna clean right up.
I mean, cleaning's one thing, but what about ripping?
Oh, no, no, no. Do not rip my clothing. Otherwise, I'll make sure to hunt you down.
Well, it feels it feels kind of comfy. Looks nice, right? Looks
It shows
great.
off all your muscles, all your... without having to leave anything to the imagination.
Well, hey, Tammy, you remember that thing I talked about? This actually
Mhm.
might work.
Mm-hmm.
This could work.
I mean, yeah, but you just can't fight in it.
I know,
Oh,
but I'm talking about
no. No fighting in this. No.
talking about-
This is what will get you accepted into the nobility of the City of Guilds. This is what will get you seen and bring me more business, honey.
right. And it could my image, it could change around here with this dress.
Exactly.
Participating in whatever.
If I can make
Thanks.
you beautiful, I can make anyone beautiful. And that's a
Ouch.
fact. And he
That's a
snaps
lot
his
of
fingers
damage.
when he says, "That's a fact."
And I'll just pretend to be your maid.
Ugh, why do you gotta make it sound? That sounds terrible.
I don't know.
I
What
could
else are they
make you an
supposed to be called?
outfit.
I don't have that kind.
Now, I'm
Right.
assuming you didn't come here to get all prettied up, did you? Is there anything else I can help you with?
I kind of
Otherwise,
step
dress is
up.
on me.
I go, can you make an eye patch or a cool cloak?
I could. What exactly do you want the eye patch to look like? Anything in do you want any gems or anything encrusted in it?
I don't know. Do you see this one? And I like hold it up, and it's got to be covered in blood and tattered.
Oh, it's
Then I'll throw.
disgusting.
Yeah. See.
Please don't touch that on anything in here.
Okay, I put it back on. Yeah, I don't want it to be too flashy, but maybe, I want it to be a statement piece.
Say no more. And he snaps his fingers, and all the mage hands start going to town around your head, starting to make this eye patch. How much gold are you wanting to spend on it?
Is that like
That will determine how dope it looks. I'll say to a cap of 15 gold.
15 for sure.
So 15 gold, and he's done. He's encrusted it with tiny bits of, I don't know, rubies or sapphires or emeralds, whichever one you would prefer. But it's nothing to where it's like, it's definitely not the full gem price, obviously, but it definitely stands out, and it actually makes you look a little more appealing, almost as if someone were to look at you and they'd be like, "Oh shit, that dog's got something going on."
Angie.
My eyeball like comes out so I can look at myself wearing the eye patch.
Gross.
Utterly disgusting.
What's up?
I
Danny?
don't even want to know how you taught your dog that trick.
What about a cape? Can you like do one that like changes colors so I can like be sneakier or something?
I could, but that would take a little more oomph. And I've got a lot of business today. How about you come by tomorrow morning and we can get started right away?
Okie dokie.
Bring about 50 gold with you as well. It's not cheap to enchant a cloak to do such, but I can make it work.
Cool.
And before we go, do you happen to have? I end up pulling out my notebook with the drawing of what I'm making, and show it to him. Do you happen to have cloth similar to this color?
Oh, I've got all the colors that you could ever imagine. And with a whisk of his wrist, he brings out a spool of the cloth you're looking for. Exactly how much footage do you need?
I need. Let's see.
It's
This
probably only
cloth-
like 2 gold's worth.
I'll pay the 2 gold for the proper
Gives
footage
you-
needed for and I also
that-
show him the picture of the other thing, just in case for this one as well. The cloth color for this one.
Ah, yes, and he brings out the spool and about 2 gold's worth again.
Okay. Oh, perfect. And I really appreciate the image change. I mean, this is not what I'd expected to be wearing.
Oh,
But,
trust me, no one
it's
expects it, but what helps you helps me.
Well,
Just
I
keep-
mean, if you need any more experimenting done, I mean, I'm pretty open for it. I mean, it's
Very
new, but
duly
I'm
noted.
okay with it.
Well,
Once again,
hopefully
thank you.
your presence finds its way back to my shop sometime soon then. I've always got a keen eye for fashion.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Guido.
You are quite welcome.
Did you guys have any for?
I
What?
don't think they do.
Sorry, he cut out.
He asked if you guys had anything else for him.
Oh, I doubt I can afford any shop, so I'm good.
All right. Well, you'll see me again soon, hopefully. Thank you again.
Okay. Let's see. So you guys went and picked up your weapons. You came here. Was there? I know Snoopy's just along for the ride.
Tamsin had to pick up some stuff.
I need to pick something up for
Where from
my
again?
snail. I need
Oh yeah, your material
Chalk.
components.
and inks infused with gem.
Okay. And he ends up pointing you to a place
Oh.
called the Inkwell.
Tamsin, I bet I know who could help you with that.
Who?
Our good buddy Darwin.
And who's that?
You met him? He's the guy with Ennis? The puppy?
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, the really nice wizard.
As Snoopy says that, I'm like practicing my best noblewoman walk as I'm holding the
Performance
stuff.
check. After seeing nobility walk, you've actually gotten it pretty good. You've got this nice straight stature, and you're walking around, and people are looking at you like, "Oh God, honey."
I just give nods to them.
Let's go check out the shop first and see what they say, and then
Alright, whatever. I mean, it's better than. I mean, it's probably better than free.
Yeah.
So you go to a place called the Ink Pot, and inside you see this sort of
Busty bitch.
sort of yeah, this gray-skinned lady with very dark hair. And as you come in, she looks at all of you. Ah, I have not seen your faces in town before. I'm the Ink Mistress. Is there something in particular you're looking for?
Oh, sorry.
yes, I need some component for a spell.
Well,
Either
we
chalk.
sell inks.
Either chalk or inks infused with gems worth 50 gold.
Yes, that shouldn't be an issue. I've got a good supply. Does it matter the color, or you just need 50 gold's worth?
Color doesn't matter. If there's anything that's like less expensive than the others, then that's great.
No. It is all going to be a pretty penny. So, for
Okay.
each set, 50 gold's worth. How many sets do you require?
What's the exchange rate for silver?
Every 10 silver equals 1 gold.
Okay. So, where's
Essentially, you have...
I have enough for 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take 2.
Okay. Okay, so go
I'll
ahead and
do
deduct
50 gold, and then 100 silver. Okay.
Well, 100 silver equals 10 gold, so that's not enough.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, math is hard.
You said
So
10. You said 10
every 10
silver is worth of
silver
gold.
equals 1 gold. Yeah, every
Oh,
10 silver
1
equals
gold.
1 gold. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, so you can get 1.
Fuck. What about copper? I have a bunch of copper too.
Copper is every 10 copper equals 1 silver.
How much does you need?
So you have enough copper to equate to 50 silver. Which we need to add that 1 back to the silver. So you essentially have 200 silver, which equals 20 gold. Which would put you short, if you put everything, it would put you short 13 gold.
Give her the 13 gold.
Bummer.
I-
All right.
I give her the 13.
What?
I hand Tams the 13 gold.
What? You don't have to do that, Angie.
No, you got me. I got you. Here we go. And in my
That leaves you with 45 copper pieces to your name. And you've got
so
2
rich!
charges. You've got 2 charges of your teleportation circle.
Yay!
And then
Where can I
I'm
put
not sure
that?
if Snoopy. You can just put it on. Actually, do this under spells, teleportation circle. We can put 2 charges. Oops, my caps lock was on. No, that's probably not the best, because you can... Actually, do sorcerers, I forget, do you learn these spells, and you have to change... You can only change them when you level up, right?
What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure you have to level up in order to change your spell list. But I don't
Yes,
remember.
and
It's one of the... Okay, yeah.
Well, no, because I thought you could read in between, like taking like a short rest to change a spell, right?
I don't think so. Not for sorcerers. Here, let me edit your sheet real quick.
Okay, while
Unless it
you're
was
doing
like
that.
unless it was like a homebrew. I know there's some homebrews that have the ability to like short rest to like change up.
Oh, okay. The only way a sorcerer can trade their spells is when they earn a level, so they can swap out known spells for another one. So yes. Mm-hmm.
Yep, correct. All right, that's what I was thinking. Because yeah, they're like a wizard in a way. When you level up, you pick what spells you know, and then that's what you know. Wizards, they can learn more spells, but they have to find a scroll or something. Whereas sorcerers, once you level up, you can change them out. Yeah.
Okay.
Does Angie need anything from the Ink Mistress?
No, I'm actually okay.
Is there anything
The
else
last thing
interesting in there? Obviously
just
I
a
can't
bunch of
afford anything, but in the future.
Yeah, the ink pot, it looks like anything that you could ever need in terms of tomes, writing utensils, inks, obviously, anything that has to do with cartography. This is definitely the place.
Okay.
There's also maps and scrolls, but it doesn't look like the scrolls are anything of a magical nature. So the last thing we're gonna do, and then call it a night, is Manguzu and Quinn. You guys end up going into the Bronze Crucible, which is across the way from Armstrong's Apothecary. And as you walk in, a a gnome is kind of standing near the door, and he goes, "Ah, customers, welcome. I'll be right with you. I'm just helping this gentleman." And he sort of points, and as he points over, you see a familiar face looking right back at you. "Well, I do say, I've been eager in meeting both of you for quite some time. I'd say it's probably fate that we meet here today, of all the days." That's where we will end tonight's session.
Well, I've seen him now.
Turtle dude.
Yeah, I
So
don't
let me
like
end my
this.
stream. I'll be right back. All right, so nice heavy role play session. A lot of downtime activities, although it's more like shopping stuff. My idea of doing downtime would be extended like days where they make rolls to do stuff, but if they're just trying to buy some things here and there, then easy to do in a session. So our first shopping session. Hey. So hopefully everyone had a good old time, and until we see you next week, peace.